Y'all give me a minute. I'm getting set up here. Just give me 1 second. Hey, Shayla. Oh, hell. I'm going to have to bring this thing closer where I can actually read the comments. This. Go here. All right. Greetings from Georgia. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in here, and then I'm going to get started. We're going to make this work. We're going to make this happen. Well, I get about 10 people in here, then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Because we got a lot to drink about tonight, y'all. We got a whole lot to drink about tonight. And if you see me looking over here on this side, that's because that's where my laptop is. And I can read the comments because I'm old, I'm blind, I can't see shit. Oh, so I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Hope y'all are doing better than me, because I get to deal with Atlanta. Not my favorite place to be. I'm going to give about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to get it going. Shayla, I'm glad you're doing good. I need to follow you on my new Facebook profile. I'm convinced I'm going to get the old one back, though. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is what my plan is to get my Facebook account back. My original one that I had for like 18 fucking years. Shayla, you can find me by looking up Anthony Biloxi. That's me. First name Anthony, last name Biloxi. Facebook decided they wanted to kick me off, but I'm going to try to have it back here. It might take me a minute, but I'm going to try to have it back. You can also join the group, Shayla, Biloxi Boy Cookin and Fishin and Selling Biloxi Belle. That's the name of the group. Feel free to join in there. And I'd love to see some of your content in there, because I love your content. Yeah, Facebook hates the truth. Facebook hates when you fight the system. But anyway, we got 6 in here. I'm going to go ahead and get started and tell y'all what's going on. So, oh, I'm glad you're in the group. Well, start sharing your content in there, woman. I love your content. It's awesome. Start provoking and it makes me laugh. I love it. Anyway, y'all, I have spoke to a lawyer this afternoon. Lawyers out in California, and apparently they specialize in getting Facebooks back. So I'm hoping that I can get that back. That would be nice. It's going to cost me some money. I'm not asking for money. I'll pay for it myself. I've got the money, I promise you. But I am working on getting it back. I want my personal Facebook restored, and I want the page restored as well. Because I believe that the page is important, and it was good for disseminating information about the case, whether the dumb lawyers wanted it out or not. And I don't really give a damn what they do. As I stated, I will be showing up to Tyler Cox's office. I'd love to have one of those hats that says "Call Cox," so I could write up under where it says Cox, I could write Ucker, so it'll say "Call Cocksucker," because that's really what he is. Just my personal opinion. But I don't know. Somebody find me where I can buy one of those hats. I don't mind spending the money to buy one of those hats from them so that I can do that. They can't be much, like 20 bucks. I've smoked $20 in cigarettes a day, I promise you. So that ain't nothing for me. But that's going on. I am in the process of doing that. I'll probably pay the guy when I come back from home time and I come back out on the road. I'll probably go ahead and send the guy some money. Another thing I want to talk about. We're all curious, and I know I did a video on it, but I'll talk about it on the live and answer any questions that y'all have. The Nolan Wells death investigation done by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. Y'all do realize that Ossifer Fucktard has actually done us a service. Whether we realize it or not, it doesn't negate the fact that he's dumb as a box of shit, but he has actually done us a service. Ossifer Fucktard has actually shown us that they are not doing a homicide investigation. Is that Zaggy? That is Zaggy. I had to pick my laptop up, man. I can't see shit. I'm gonna see if I can blow this thing up. Nope, that's too big. No. Okay. Yes, Vivian, he said that on a live. Oh no, you good. I just needed to blow it up because I'm half blind and my dumb ass left my damn reading glasses back in Mississippi, and I'm sitting in Atlanta right now, so I can't see shit. I'm old. Yeah. So he said that on a live, just like Vivian said. He has done us a service. He has 100% done us a service that I don't think we can repay him enough. But I hope he takes that for currency. But as far as him coming on here and stating that they don't want the phone because it's not a homicide investigation, that tells us that they're still on the accidental death kick. And that's very dangerous because it tells us that they're letting these little pricks get away with murder. I still firmly stand on the fact that Nolan Wells was murdered. 100% stand on that fact, 10 toes down. Fucking sue me, Tyler Cox. Sue me, Russell Latino, and any other lawyer. Sue me. So let me know. I'll drop a nibble envelope off to your office with a certified return on it. That way I can make it easy for you. It'll be addressed. It'll have my address on it. I got no problem. You're welcome to. But hurry up with it, will you? Because I'm ready to file my counterclaim against you. Anyway, so they're going to let these boys get away with murder. There's no other way around it. The good thing is there is no statute of limitations on murder. I need to know from y'all in the comments, has anybody seen the movie Ghost of Mississippi? It's a Rob Reiner movie. Has anybody seen that movie? Looking in the comments to see if anybody's seen that movie. Okay. Y'all need to go watch that movie. That movie is very important. And I'm going to tell y'all why that movie is very important. In that movie, which is actually based very closely on a true story, it's about the murder of Medgar Evers in 1963. Medgar Evers was a civil rights worker in Jackson, Mississippi. He was shot and killed June 12, 1963 in his own driveway by a back-shooting coward with a .30-06 by the name of Byron De La Beckwith. There were 2 trials in 1964. 2 trials. You had the Hinds County District Attorney, which was Bill Waller, who later became our governor. He went ahead and he tried to prosecute him twice. It ended in 2 hung juries. While he was prosecuting, there was an official state agency called the Mississippi Sovereignty Commission that was actually actively working against the district attorney, doing background checks. Let me turn this down. Sorry, y'all, I didn't realize my CB was up. But they were actively working against the district attorney's office, running background checks on the jurors to make sure that there was enough friendly jurors to hang the jury so that Byron De La Beckwith could go free. Well, in 1989, a guy by the name of Jerry Mitchell, who is the hero that Mississippi did not deserve and does not deserve. If you know Jerry Mitchell, if you read Mississippi Today, he works for them now. He actually, I think he's part owner of it. Great guy, great friend of mine, by the way. Proud to call that man a friend. 100%. Well, Jerry Mitchell was a young reporter in his 20s in 1989, and he pushed for the retrial of Byron De La Beckwith. Bobby DeLauder and Ed Peters, both worked for the Hinds County District Attorney, decided to go back and retry Byron De La Beckwith. Their only hang-up was a lot of evidence had disappeared, so they had to reopen investigations. They had to redo everything as if it was a brand new case, and their only hang-up that they thought they might have was the 6th Amendment, which is your right to a speedy and public trial. Speedy and public trial by jury, by the way. Well, they got around the 6th Amendment. They retried him, and in 1996, Byron De La Beckwith was convicted of murdering Medgar Evers, and it took over 33 years for him to get convicted. Now, that tells me that them boys, for at least the next 33 years or more, better be looking over their shoulder. And they better be waiting on that knock at the door. Because when that knock at the door comes, slip into some handcuffs. You're going to fucking jail. Now we're putting you on trial. Now we're trying you for murder. And this is where y'all that live in Jackson County, y'all can make this happen. All y'all got to do is get rid of the ones in power that are protecting him. It is a good movie, but it's also a true story, and that's why I told it here. There was several other cases that, thanks to Jerry Mitchell, Klansmen that murdered people back in the 60s were tried throughout the 90s and early 2000s. And every one of them went to prison. Every one of them died in prison. The only one that he went after that did not die in Parchman was Bobby Cherry, and that's because they tried him in Alabama where he committed his crime when he blew up the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. So that being said, don't think that just because they don't try their asses for murder right now, don't think it ain't on the table for later, y'all. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to push this case. As a matter of fact, the best way for the district attorney to get rid of me would be to push this case and try these boys for murder. But she don't want to do that. Angel does not want me standing up and saying you need to do this. And she don't want to send her friends' kids to prison. I should have put this thing on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. Do Not Disturb. There we go. Alright. Angel don't want that shit. But it's up to every one of y'all watching and everybody who lives in Jackson County to keep the pressure on. We need to step up. We need to send more people to the district attorney's office. I've gone, you've seen the video. Leah Campbell from Mississippi Rising Coalition. Until the other day, until this morning, I hadn't spoken to that woman in years. And I'm glad we reconnected. Because she also went down to the district attorney's office, raising hell. Professionally raising hell. Don't go down there and show your ass, you just get arrested. Yes, Shayla, I ain't letting up on them. We need to make sure that they do a homicide investigation. Whether they charge him with homicide or not, they should have been doing a homicide investigation. They should have searched the boat. They should have had them in there. They should have investigated everybody, got footage from everybody on the island, went through everybody's phones, cameras, SD cards, flash drives, whatever they had on it. They should have collected all of it, and they're not. Because they're not doing a homicide investigation. They want Nolan to have just died accidentally, and we all know that is bullshit. There is enough evidence now. I personally think there's enough evidence to take to a grand jury to get an indictment today. And I stand on that. You play the audio alone with the enhanced version with it. Take out the words on the screen. I'm cool with that. But just the audio from DMR shows that Nolan Wells was on the fucking boat. Why isn't that being even looked at? And it came from DMR. That's a state agency. What more the fuck do you want? Short of us having a video of the actual crime in progress, I don't think the state can have a stronger case for murder. At least manslaughter. But I'm thinking murder. The only problem is we don't know exactly who killed him. But we know who covered it up, don't we? And that's what should happen too. We know he was on the boat. We know he wasn't on the boat when he got there. Deborah Price, hi from Pennsylvania. I hope it doesn't take that long. Why should they be free 10 years from now? Ugh. Question was the sheriff's department just lazy, not doing their job, or just prejudice? No, it's not about prejudice. It's not about lazy. It's about protecting their cronies. That's what this is about. This is not about race. Y'all, as a whole, I'm not saying there are not racist people on the coast, because there are. But as a whole, the Mississippi Gulf Coast don't have a racist problem. We have racists down there, no lie. This is not about race. They're not covering this up because of race. They're covering this up because they want to protect their friends, their cronies, their colleagues, people that are fellow county officials with them that wield power. That's why they're doing this. It's that simple. It's corruption and it's greed. And it's, oh, you owe me a favor because I scratched your back last week. So you need to scratch my back, and you need to scratch it hard. And that's what they do. That's the whole thing. It's just corruption. And it's corruption at its core. Mississippi is the most corrupt state in the union. I've said this before. Several other people have said it. It's the truth. And power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And right now, the absolute power is in the hands of the district attorney, Angel Myers McIlrath, and John Ledbetter, the sheriff. And that's what we need to fight. We need to come together, and we need to say, this shit is not going to happen. Thank you, Zaggy. Yes, please type in caps so I can read. Because I'm old, blind, and my dumb ass left my reading glasses at home, and I'm sitting in Atlanta. I'm nowhere near my home right now. So yes, please type your comments in caps. I'd really appreciate that. That would help me out immensely. Especially considering I'm doing the lives by myself now for obvious reasons. I do have an announcement to make about the trip to Horn Island that I've been trying to do now for fucking a month plus. I'm still going out there. I've got the transom fixed on my boat. The last little bit of fiberglass was put on the other day. So, the old girl's going out there. I am hopefully this week going home just for a day so that I could tidy up some other housekeeping things on the boat, like patch that hole I put in the hull. Hey, Don, I'm glad you caught alive with me, too. I've got a patch of hole that I put in it trying to drain water out of it. Do a little epoxy, a little fiberglass work there. There's a couple of other spots I need to put some fiberglass. Mainly, that's cosmetic. I need to gel coat the thing, and I'm just going to start by gel coating the transom where the engine's going. I'm taking it somewhere. I'm having them put the new steering assembly in and the new engine on it and test out the new engine. And then I'll pick the boat up from the boatyard when I get home in September they could take their time with it. As long as they get it done by September 2nd, I'm good. And then I'm going to go pick the boat up, finish wiring everything in, gel coat the whole thing inside and out. I got 2 gallons of gel coat. I'll probably order a couple of more, make it look pretty. Put my new decals on, because I didn't like the gray ones that I bought, so I'm taking those off. I ordered some that are a little nicer looking, in my opinion. I think they'll go up against that white a lot better than the gray. They're kind of like a sky blue color. Mount everything that needs to be mounted. I got one piece on the interior I'm changing, so I could put my refrigerators on there. And then here's the shocker, y'all. Y'all are gonna love this. Me, Bree Lee, Kelvin Barnett, and possibly, this has not been confirmed yet, but possibly Boogie Lowdown are going out on that boat. Now, how do y'all like that for a lineup of going out there on the boat? Y'all know Bree Lee has been busting her ass with everything she's doing. Kelvin Barnett, that dude, I swear to God, I don't know when the fuck he has time to sleep, because he works his ass off trying to bring justice to people and do the right thing. And Boogie, well, Boogie's Boogie. He works his ass off too, and he is just as dedicated as we are in finding justice for Nolan Wells. So y'all just imagine with the video that's going to come out with the 4 of us on my boat going out to Horn Island. We plan on following the GPS track of the boys' boats. We plan on doing a lot of recording, and we're going to do some fishing too, so y'all going to get some of that action. What y'all think about that? Well, damn, did I put y'all to sleep? Oh, the expedition's definitely going to be coming. You can believe that. Now, I will tell y'all that all of us will be armed. So, if any of you Nazis are sandbagging and y'all want to try to stop us, you might want to take your ass home. Yeah. Especially when you got a crazy motherfucking redneck, me, and you got a combat vet, Kelvin. Yeah. We're not playing. Yes, Tina, people are waiting to see it, and I am waiting to do it. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do it last time I was home. Unfortunately, my boat was not safe to take out, and I'm not putting anybody on an unsafe boat. That's not going to happen. Water safety on the water takes on a whole new meaning, y'all. But we have finally got this together. I think we have the right team going out. I'm not going to tell y'all what day or what time or where we're launching from, because, you know, I want to keep everybody safe. No, I'm not going to do a fake CTO call. I'm not going to do that. And I use Towboat US. I don't use CTO. I use Towboat US. They do the same thing. It's the same service. They're about the same price. I just went with Towboat US just because you know, that's the first person I called. But no, I am not. I know the guys at Cito Biloxi. I'm not going to bother them. They're good people, and they don't deserve to be pranked like that. That's not cool. But I am going to prove, even though it's already been proven by the boys, just because I said I was going to do it, that there's service on Horn Island. I know there's service on Horn Island. Simply, as I said before, I've used my phone 4 miles off the southeast tip of Horn Island, which is actually further from the mainland. No, actually, Don, the Cito call was real. The Cito call that they made was 100% real. It was a legitimate Cito call. That's why DMR was able to get it and release it when they did. I'm guessing they were involved in the investigation at some point. Well, they'd have to be. They're the water cops. They're the fun police. Don, I believe you live in Florida, so I'm going to put it in terms that Floridians can understand. DMR to us is what FWC is to y'all. They're the fun police. They fuck with you when you're having fun. Then again, they fuck with you when you're not having fun and try to arrest you for going to get trash stickers too. Should have recorded that son of a bitch. The boys were drunk. But did you by chance see my bilge pump video, Don? Sorry, I'm waiting on her to respond. Don, did you see my bilge pump video? Okay. Lisa Robinson, you saw it. Okay. In my video, I break down exactly what a bilge pump is, what it does. Okay. That's right, Don. I forgot you were from the coast. You moved to Florida. Okay, so in my bilge pump video, I explain what a bilge pump is, where it goes on a boat. I am so sorry. I hope she gets to feeling better. Y'all that are believers, I guess, send a prayer for her daughter, please. I'll send an offering to the gods for her, too. So I explained what it was, what it does, and it works the same pretty much on my boat as it does their boat. Boogie Lowdown put out another video that somebody else shared. It looked like it was a sailboat they were on. I have a sailboat too, of course. I have a 35-foot Coronado, and that I'm actually rebuilding as well. Love rebuilding 250-year-old boats. It just does wonders on the paycheck, let me tell you. But when I broke it down, I showed where it goes, what it does, what it's supposed to do, and explained why they weren't sinking because of that. If they were sinking, their boat was damaged. Obviously, their boat's not damaged. Oh, Cape Horn, that's nice. I got my sailboat is a 1974 Coronado, and my boat that we're taking out on the islands is a 16-foot, it's a 1977 Bonita Explorer 16. So, like I said, both my boats 50 years old. My sailboat, I actually took it from those of y'all that are from Mississippi will understand. Up by the power plant in Escatapa in Clark Bayou where it was sitting, I took it all the way to the point in Biloxi. All the way to, all the way to the point in Biloxi. Took it down through Clark Bayou into the Pascagoula River. Ran aground a few times because I didn't know shit about the Pascagoula River. That's the first time the second time I'd ever been on it. And that's the first time I've been on it when I had a keel. So, ran aground several times. Got the boat all the way out into the Gulf. Went through Ingalls. Went on the backside of Horn Island, and I was on the phone with friends of mine who kept checking up on me. And I had Life 360 going. Had to get towed in from Horn Island by Towboat US. And they towed me all the way to the point in Biloxi where my boat has been sitting on the hard since December. So that's what I did with no bilge pump. No bilge pump. It was not hooked up. Now, the bilge bay on my 35-foot sailboat is considerably larger than the bilge bay on that Triton. Guarantee it is. We're talking my boat's, 11 feet longer. My boat's 27 feet at the waterline, 35-foot length overall. And I got this thing with no bilge pump all the way to Biloxi, and it wasn't that full of water. It had a little bit of water in it. All boats are going to have water in it. They're going to leak. Every boat does, even a brand new one. But especially a 50-year-old boat that ran aground several times. No bilge pump. I had them pull it out of the water. It stayed overnight in the water on their haul-out slip. I've got a video of it on this channel. Y'all can find it. I think it's Sailing Biloxi Belle episode 20 is when it came out of the water. They picked it up. They put it on some jacks. And the way I got the water out of it was real simple. I knew it was going to be sitting there for a while. So I took my drill and I just poked a couple holes underneath the bottom at the lowest point possible under the engine bay. And now, being that it's open, when it rains, it goes in, it goes right out, so it don't sink on land. And yes, that is a thing with a sailboat. They will sink on land if you don't do what I did or hook up a bilge pump. They will fill up full of rainwater. Just like anything else you leave outside that's open, a bucket or anything else, it'll fill up with water. Mine doesn't do that because I poked the holes in it. When I finally poked those holes in it, though, I did it after it had been sitting there on the hard for a couple of weeks. In December, apparently, y'all had a bunch of rain. I don't know, because I wasn't on the coast. I was, up north mostly. But with the 4 holes that I drilled into it, it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours for it to piss that water out. And let me tell you, it was pissing like a Russian racehorse. But I did drain all the water out of it. That's a sailboat. Now, on my little boat, if I ran without a bilge, I could probably go back there with a bucket. They always said the best bilge pump in the world is a scared man in a good bucket. And that's the truth if y'all ever spend any time on the water. But modern technology being what it is, we have bilge pumps. That being said, that boat just out there for as long as it wasn't going to sink. I have another video on here which shows my sailboat completely filled up full of water up to your ankles inside of it. And guess what? The fucker didn't sink. Two schools of thought here. Either in 1974 they built the shit out of my boat, or them boys are just stupid. I'm going to leave that to y'all to decide. So, them boys were just drunk. And as far as Grandpa canceling the CETO call, it's quite obvious why he did that. He did that because he didn't want him to get a DUI on the water. Y'all give me a second. I got to get some water. Cheers. Anyway, y'all got any questions? Cheers, Zaggy. Y'all got any questions? Be glad to answer anything that I know, anything I can help out with. I'm not gonna guarantee I know everything, but I do know quite a bit. I will also say this. I appreciate all the support that I've received. Oh, there is one other thing I want to mention to y'all while I've got you here, and this I want everybody's opinion on, please. I know that I've been covering NOLAN wells more than I have my own stuff, what I built this channel, started this channel to do. I don't mind that. You know what, Don? That is an excellent question. Do you think they called as a cover-up, or if they were scared? I really don't think that they realized that they had a dead body on board when they made that call. I think that an opportunity was missed by the CETO operator to call the Coast Guard or DMR and say, hey, look, man, we got some drunk, dumbass kids out here. Y'all might want to go check them out. This is their coordinates. But I genuinely believe that they thought in their drunk-ass mind that they were going down. And I genuinely believe that they don't know that they had a dead body on board. Marcia asked, aren't they supposed to get the phone this week? As far as I know, yes. As far as I know, that they are supposed to jointly go through the phone. Now, whether that's going to happen or not is yet to be seen. I'm not sure what they're expecting to find or what they hope to find. Maybe they'll find something that will change this to a homicide investigation, but I'm not holding my breath. Let me get into this last thing here, and then I'll take some more questions if there is any. Y'all, I'm wanting to bring this thing back to fishing and boating and stuff like that. I want to bring this thing Back to what it's supposed to be. I'm not dropping the Nolan Wells thing. I will forever fight this until justice is served, and I will use this channel and any other outlet I can to make sure that I document what I do, and I call these motherfuckers out. This is not me quitting, this is me expanding. So what I'm thinking about doing, y'all, is I'm thinking about doing a 50-state fishing trip. Don't know when it's going to start. But I would like to, like, just as an example, going out with Bree Lee and Kelvin and possibly Boogie. I want to turn that into a fishing trip too. We're already on the water. I got fishing poles. Why not? I'm going down next spring. I plan on going down to Lake Okeechobee, me and a brother of mine, my buddy Trey. Trey's about as, I tell you what, there's very few people in this world I trust as much as I trust that man. That is my brother, hands down. He's a brother trucker and was a brother correctional officer. Those roots run deep. We're going down to Lake Okeechobee. We may even take off to the Everglades. I want to know if y'all are interested. Zaggy, I appreciate you. Is anybody else interested in watching me do this on this channel? What I plan on doing when I go somewhere is I want to find some local fishermen, talk about what they're catching around the time that I'm there, what kind of bait they use. If they're willing to give me their fishing spots, I'd appreciate it. You know, stuff like that, because that's what this channel was meant to be. It's meant to get a $150 boat, restore it, fix it, and put it on the water and have some fun. And also to show, if I could do it, you can too. All right, I see Zaggy says yes, Marcia says yes, Dawn says yes. All right. I don't see nobody saying no, so I'm going to do it. Got to get something back for the money I spent on this damn boat. Hell, I done put thousands in it. Literally. Thank God for Amazon, because if I went to West Marine, it would have been $10,000s of dollars. I bet it would also be beautiful to watch. I hope so. I hope so, because I do plan on going out, and I do plan on making this happen. And I plan on going to some very beautiful places. Lake Okeechobee is beautiful. I used to live in Florida. Lake Okeechobee is beautiful. The Everglades, I used to live in the Everglades. Oh my God. I don't think there's a prettier place on earth than the Florida Everglades. Yes, calming and relaxing. Yeah. Calming and relaxing, yes. And it would be awesome to do it for myself, but I want to share it with people. I like sharing things like this with y'all. I think me sharing this with y'all is an awesome thing to do, especially getting y'all's feedback. I plan on, I might put Starlink on the boat and go live while I'm out there. I think that would be cool as shit. You know, get to some of these remote places like, you know, Chokeslokie, Flamingo, you know, go around the old general store there at Everglades City. That'd be cool as shit. Show out some of the history. Yeah, I love that shit, personally. And if I do start a GoFundMe or Patreon to fund this, which I don't know that I am, it's just something I've considered, I want y'all to know that this has nothing to do with Nolan Wells, and this is not something that is going to be related or using him to promote this. This is me. I believe doing that would be unethical. Tina, I agree. It does sound great. And Don, I absolutely would love to take y'all with me, at least vicariously. And if y'all live in an area y'all think I might want to go fishing at, or I might want to go check out, and y'all want to join me, hey, the boat seats 4. Y'all come on, grab a fishing pole. Let's go. I'll open it up. If Bill Dance and Jerry Reed can go out there and get along, I think I can get along with y'all long enough to make it happen. You come to North Carolina, let me know. North Carolina's on the list. I don't know what part of North Carolina you in, but yeah, it's definitely on the list. I'd love to go fish the Outer Banks myself. I'd love to go around there, around Oksenholt. I'd love to go out there and go see if I can't see Blackbeard's ghost while I'm out there too. Kind of reminds me of an old Jesse Rice song. Oh, you an hour from Oksenholt? Oh, hell yeah. Well, if I go down there, I'll probably have a buddy of mine that lives in Johnston County. He'll probably come with me too. Kitty Hawk. Yeah, Kitty Hawk would be one of the places I'd love to go to. I'd love to go to Kitty Hawk just because I like aviation. Marcia, if you know where the Kinley 95 truck stop is, right there at Kinley, North Carolina, my buddy lives about 15 minutes from there. Well, if you worked with the sheriff's department in Johnston County, you've probably seen him in the jail. That's my brother Billy. He's good people. Known that man about 20 years too. Hell, longer than that. Shit. Okay. Well, if you work in the medical field, he might have sent you some business. That boy loves to fight. He loves that shit about as much as I do. That motherfucker loves to fight and loves to run from the police. And you know what? He's the only motherfucker I know that's consistently successful at running from the police. But yeah, I'm thinking about this, y'all. I think this would be a good thing. I think this channel could stand to use a lot more positive stuff while we still fight for justice for Nolan Wells. They run from themselves here. I can see that. I don't know. The only dealing I've ever had with law enforcement in North Carolina is the DOT. And I know them bastards do not fucking play. But I want to bring y'all some positive things, let y'all see some fishing, let y'all enjoy vicariously what a good time, how to pass a good time. And if we could pass a good time on here and still fight for justice for Nolan Wells, I say that's a win-win for everybody. Honestly, I don't have very many followers on YouTube. I've only got about 1,600 and something followers here. If y'all could share this, YouTube, I'd appreciate it. I really would. Because I would love to see this. I would love to see this expand. Oh, you want to see my recipes? Well, that's coming too. Unfortunately, I just can't cook in the truck. You know, if I had a full galley in here, I promise you, but the only thing I have is a little lunchbox stove that I got stuck up here in the cabinet right there, and the only thing it's good for is heating up canned beans. And it don't really work for that. I'd be better off sticking that damn can of beans next to my engine. Those of y'all that are old school truckers that know that trick. That's old school there. But I'll tell you what, my first recipe, I think what I'm going to cook, I think I'm going to show y'all how to cook some good jambalaya. I'm going to teach y'all how I do it, what I put in it. I ain't going to tell you here, it's going to be a surprise. But I promise, if y'all ever seen Cajun Cooking with Hoss, he won't throw this in the long grass, I guarantee it. Jambalaya. You don't know what jambalaya is, Marcia? Oh, you ain't. Oh, I tell you what, Marcia, you just wait. You just what? You know what, y'all? I pledge this. When I get fucking home, I'm gonna cook some jambalaya on here for Marcia. Now I ain't gonna lie, I cheat a little bit, mainly just because I'm a lazy bastard. But I will teach you some shit. Well, if you were in the Air Force, were you ever stationed at Keesler? Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Caron said, don't use seafood. What the fuck? Why the hell would you not? No, you put shrimp in. What the fuck? What do you mean don't use seafood? Hold on now. We about to fight now. You put chicken in it. Oh, allergies. Okay, okay. All right, well, you're excused for that, for the allergies. I can excuse that. I think you need to get your allergies in check, though, because you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot. Man, if I was allergic to seafood, I'd just die from anaphylactic shock. I'll tell you that now. I would just have to go on out. You'd be sending my ass shit straight to Valhalla on that one. That's okay though. The seafood in the jambalaya, although I disagree with it, I guess could kind of be optional. But I'm going to give y'all a tip. I'm going to give y'all a hint. I put crawfish tails in mine. Yes, it's rice. There's a lot of rice in it. But I do more vegetables and meat than I do rice. I probably make mine meatier and more vegetable than I do rice. You'll see. And I thick cut my vegetables too. That way when you get you a big spoonful of it, you know you got some. You ain't just getting a whole spoonful of rice. That's my signature dish. Everybody loves it. All right, Tina, you'll have it. I promise y'all when I get home, I'm going to make it. I'll run to Rouse's and go get some. And if y'all don't know what a Rouse's is, I feel sorry for you. Now again, I do cheat on the rice. I will admit, I do use the jambalaya mix. But that's just to save time and to save me from having to do all the little shit because I'm a lazy bastard. But everything else I put into it, trust me, y'all gonna find out. And I will tell you this, I make my jambalaya Creole. And if y'all don't know the difference between Creole and Cajun, it means I put tomatoes in it. Some of y'all just went, what the fuck? But yeah, that's the way I do it. Marcia, stay tuned. I'll be home in a couple weeks. I know, Tina, I know. I knew somebody was going to say something. I knew somebody was going to say something. I knew it. Look, I said Creole. I didn't say Cajun. I said Creole. Creole uses tomatoes. Cajun don't. That's the difference. Now y'all know. Yes, I use andouille. And yes, I use chicken quarter. What I do is I buy some either chicken thighs or chicken quarters and I debone them. You don't have to make it spicy, Marcia. You can, but you don't have to. Like you can put as much heat in anything as you want, or you can not put as much heat in it. Trust me, y'all, it's good. You know, I think this is the best live I think I've ever done. I've actually really enjoyed this. And I want to thank y'all for that. I've enjoyed it because of y'all. Well, grab me a beer. Drink one for me. What kind of beer are you drinking? I kind of want to know what kind of beer she's drinking. Do you like to go floundering? I hadn't gone floundering since I was a kid. Budweiser. All right, well, see, I like my Corona, and I like my Land Shark. I like Land Shark more than I like Corona, but hey, Corona's good. That's kind of my go-to. I don't know if you ever had Lazy Magnolia, but that's good beer too. That's good Mississippi beer. And the reason I ain't gone floundering in years is I just haven't really had a real reason to walk out in the Gulf of Mexico like that. You like to eat fresh flounder? Dawn, do you bake it or you fry it? Because I'll be honest, with my, I have lost over 100 pounds this year, believe it or not. I went from 348 in January to when I was home, I was down to 238. And I ain't took no medicine. I don't believe in that shit. The only thing I've really done is laid off of bread, and I drink a whole hell of a lot more water than I used to. But I like to bake fish. It just tastes great when you season it right. Thank you. Baked, stuffed, or with seafood sauce of some sort. Okay. See, I just lay it out on a baking sheet. Put a little bit of olive oil in it. I love olive oil. Cut up some lemons and some limes. Lay it on top of it, put my seasonings. Maybe put an orange up in there somewhere. That's good right there, y'all. That's bake it about 20-30 minutes, and oh my God, it's like, it tastes like butter. Zaggy, thank you. Blackened, yes, blackened also tastes great. I agree. I love blackened. Well, y'all, look, I got to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and try to beat Atlanta traffic, so I'm going to cut this live. I'm going to say thank y'all for joining me. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Yes, I agree. I'm just actually right now heading in Atlanta waiting on another load. I've got to go move a trailer for these people to a shop. And then after that, hopefully they'll get me a load. Well, y'all take care. Have a good night. Again, I love this. I have enjoyed this. Y'all take care and be safe. And I might come on and do another live tomorrow night if I get a chance. Y'all have a good night.